Hi, this is Dee with Divine Needle, and I'm going to do a collective reading. Yep. For some reason, I was called to do it today. Happy July 13th, Goddess Day. The number 13 represents the goddess. It is a lucky number, unlike what they tell you. It is Tuesday, and that means it's Mars Day. So let's get into the energy for the 13th and 14th. I'm going to do both days, and I'm going to show you a little bit about the planets real quick, and then we'll dig into the reading. Anyway, let's get on it. So, over to the planets. So, here we are. Mars and Venus over here in Leo were just in grand conjunction. And she's skipping by Mars right now. Like she's taking the lead role. So many of you in divine partnership, twin flame partnerships, will feel the feminine stepping forward and taking the lead right now. And that's important because major shifts happen when that occurs, especially when we have all these planets in retrograde over here in the winter signs, at least for the northern hemisphere. And that is Neptune in Pisces retrograde, Jupiter retrograde in Pisces, and we have Saturn retrograde at 11 degrees in Aquarius. Notice Jupiter's at 1 degree. We'll be stepping into Aquarius, back into Aquarius. I have a feeling that's going to be really important. And then we have Pluto, the underworld, hanging out in Capricorn, which is, of course, the devil card. So, interesting energy happening. Uranus is still hanging out in Taurus. You may notice, those of you that have Taurus friends, family, that they're not acting normally ever since Uranus, Gaia, Heaven, has been in Taurus. Because Uranus is a mover and a shaker. Taurus is generally a real solid, stable. But right now, they've got that energy of Uranus sitting in there. And so ever since that planet's been over there, the Taurus is suddenly kicked in gear and are looking at their life journey and very much hitting the Fool card. To me, the Fool card is very Uranus, Gaia, Heaven. They all mean the same thing. It's the same thing as the Fool card. Anyway, we no longer have neither Uranus or Saturn locked in step with Chiron, the Wounded Warrior, over here in Aries. So, that's a good thing. Except for those folks with the heavy Aries in their charts. They're still going through some stuff because they have the Wounded Warrior hanging out in their sign. That's got good and bad connotations. But anyway, happy birthday to the Cancers out there. And the sun is at 21 degrees right now in the sign of Cancer. We'll be hitting 22 degrees soon. And we have this Venus and Mars going on in Leo. And the sun is over in Virgo, or the moon. Got that backwards. It's the moon. 5 degrees in Virgo. So, yeah, some very interesting stuff going on. And then on the 14th, tomorrow, the moon will still be over in Virgo, but it will be at 19 degrees. And we are heading towards a full moon. It will be Aquarius. And there'll be 2 of them in a row. 2 full moons in Aquarius in a row. Another important event. But as you can see, Venus and Mars still hanging out together, but she's definitely taking the lead. And the sun will have moved into the 22 degrees tomorrow in Cancer. So, interesting energy. I'm trying to remember. So, today's Mars Day. Tomorrow's Mercury Day. Wednesday is Mercury. Today's Sabian symbol is a young woman awaiting a sailboat. And this is the pictograph. Waiting for a ship. We could take that as waiting for the return of some energy that was sent out. For some of you, that could mean you're waiting for finances to come back towards you, those of you that sent out the work. For others, it's waiting for that counterpart to come in, and they could be at a distance possibly. And considering everything going on in the world with all the chaos energy, that's been a difficult thing to achieve. It's difficult to achieve no matter what, but right now particularly so. But this also could quite literally be waiting for ships, ET-wise, for some of you. So anyway, that is the Sabian Mysteries picture for today. Tomorrow's 14th, is meeting a literary society. So for me, this feels like see how the guy has this book in his hand right here? It almost feels like a message being passed on, and it's like urgent. He's got his hand up. He's passing the message to this one. So important, and that could be the actual ship coming in. This message could be talking about that ship. And for me, this feels like up here on the top, this is just kind of extras that may be in your outer periphery of your life. This feels more like the divine masculine and feminine interacting and important info going on. So big days with Venus and Mars. This feels very Venus and Mars. Both these pictures, Venus and Mars. So, but, okay. Allergies. Anyway, I wanted to show you that. So let's get on with the actual card reading for the energy of today and tomorrow. I'm going to get back into the swing of doing these readings. We are definitely had a hiatus, one that was much needed, so that we could put our ducks in a row. I'm sure many of you are working on putting your ducks in a row, especially those that are in union or about to be. Because there's a major shift happening, and it's about damn time. Let's just say that. Anyway, they wanted me to pull one of these cards today, because it is all about Mars and Venus, the energy, definitely. It's good energy, really good. And it's about the divine feminine really stepping into their power. And whether you're in union or not, Doesn't matter. Really stepping onto your throne. And yeah, doing what you were sent here to do. Okay? Anyway, so I'm going to shuffle these, see which one stands out. This is how I always do this particular deck. There's always a card that will stand out and come up multiple times while I'm doing the shuffle. And it's funny because that was the card that popped out to me, and then they actually tossed it out. So, awesome. We'll work with that, won't we? Nice picture. Definitely the yin and yang energy, divine feminine, masculine, the day and the night, represented on this card. You can see this is a reflection, so mirroring each other, or you can also see this as the sun and the moon. Either way, divine feminine, divine masculine. Let's see what it has to say. Here we go. You're afraid to let go of something that is no longer working for you. There is a deep sense of duty or guilt, and you feel like you don't have a choice. The reality is that you do, and ultimately doing what you know feels right in your heart will be best for all concerned. So many of you have been working on missions, and some of you are taking a step back from those missions so that you can focus on yourselves, and you need to drop the duty or guilt over it, because you paid your price. You paid over and over again. So don't feel bad about letting something go, okay? Because it's not that you have to permanently let it go. It's a possibility that you'll let it go permanently, but the main objective, you hit the mark. You already did what you needed to do. Now let others carry that torch that you've been carrying, okay? All right, let's see what Osho's End's got for the next couple of days for us. Wow, right off the bat, right off the bat, right off the bat. Okay. All right, the Miser. And for me, it's not so much about the words on these cards. It's about the, what do you call it? The pictures. I'll get it eventually. So, this feels like this card really does indicate miser energy right now. Saving and reinvesting our coins, so to speak. And it feels like that's where we need to be right now because of this energy shift we're going through. It will loosen up very quickly, very quickly. But right now, hang tight and keep reinvesting yourselves on whatever it is, whatever these new projects are you're doing. Keep doubling down. Okay? Reinvest back in. Then the carefree energy of being playful with others, especially yourself. Let your freak out. Let your freak flag fly. And existence. It's funny. See how she's sitting on a lily pad looking up at the sky. It's very interesting because we were doing just that last night ourselves, me and my husband. So looking at the sheer awe of what it's like when you look up at the sky and really enjoying each other, really taking it in. But in the meantime, invest, reinvest, double down, is what they're trying to say right there. I'll probably take a few more coming out of the reading. But let's get into the reading for today and tomorrow. Okay. Overall energy for today and tomorrow. Wow. Those came out quickly. They're not wasting any time. We have the grotesque, it's overall energy, and the King of Earth, Archangel of Mysteries. Yes. Really good energy. What's our highest priority for the collective, please? Highest priority for the collective. Ruling our kingdoms. Divine Higher Genius. Major Arcanas 2. Highest priority. And what do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? Rest. Recuperation time. Nice. Move these over just a tad. Bottom of the deck. World card. Major completion. Major Arcana. We always have to sneak a peek. You know me. I gotta look. The Hector. End of a cycle of defeat and heartbreak. Working together. And there's that High Priestess energy. I feel like I said, I feel like a bunch of you Divine Feminines are really stepping into that energy and showing what you're made of. Alright. So, we will focus on the World card right now. Crown of the Magi. This is the end of a cycle. So the underlying current is the end of a cycle and stepping into a new framework going on here because the Divine Feminine's taken the lead. She's not taking a back seat. That's not happening. Much like Lilith energy, okay? This is the spirit you encounter when a cycle has come to its completion. Great balance and stability come when the catalyst has succeeded at creating a new zeitgeist. You are the new world order who brings positive change to the zeitgeist. You are the catalyst. This is the spirit of you succeeding at creating the change you've wanted to see in your world. What do you see in your world right now that is broken or causes suffering? What is your dream of how your world can be repaired? The New World Order is a spirit ready by your side, aiding you, guiding you, as you can truly and fully embody the catalyst to a most wonderful change. A change that will make the world you live in a much better place for all. The New World Order ushers in a period of renaissance and unification. When Key 21 appears to you, it is a divinatory mark of a new epoch in your life path. With it comes dramatic changes to your world. This is the spirit of a great power rising. That great power is the Divine Feminine. Overall energy. King of Earth. Notice, it's a female. Angel who illuminates the shadow. Archangel of Mysteries. The King of Orbs is the Archangel of Mysteries. Another one of her many names is the Archangel of Revelations. She is a beneficent guide connected to the underworld, one authorized to act as an intermediary and mediator between the angelic realm, still subservient to the divine, and the realm of the fallen angels. She can also traverse through all the lower realms to guide lost souls. The Archangel of Mysteries appears now because these qualities and powers of protection of hers are needed by you. The King of Orbs illuminates the darkness for you, who are about to traverse the realms of shadow. You are about to uncover great mysteries. This is the Archangel who protects you against all forms of darkness along your initiatory path of discovery. The King of Orbs is a great provider. You too are a great provider to others. With her lantern, the Archangel of Mysteries illuminates crossroads. She is the great master of spells and incantations. The ears of corn symbolize the seeds of spiritual enlightenment through the erudite study of esoteric practices. You manifest your material abundance through spiritual abundance. Manifesting material abundance with spiritual abundance. For some of you, this overall energy could be a Taurus. Taurus is a fixed sign. The kings are the fixed signs of the zodiac in the tarot architecture. Or somebody embodying that kind of energy. The businessman. Okay? And the grotesque. 5 of chalices. 5 of chalices. Now, a great power rising, right? This is an unseen power rising. That one. The center of the deck, or the world card, I should say. All right. The grotesque is loss after the waning of joy, a personal feeling of disfigurement, a mystery, an unseen power rising. When your blood, sweat, and tears have been expended without yielding fruition or meaning, the grotesque is the spirit who will appear by your side. Yet behind the grotesque are 2 intact chalices, symbolic of powers and personal talismans to help navigate social circumstances where you feel like the disfigured one, the outcast, and to gift you with the arcane powers that you have always been reserved for the grotesque ones. Your differences, which others have denigrated, are the very powers and talismans that will catapult you above all the others and toward greatness. The grotesque is the spirit here to guide you on that daunting aspiration. So the divine feminine taking the lead, and looks like in business, in the financial realm, and very much businessman, holding on to your money, reinvesting, kind of energy. So power rising is a big deal right here. And what's our highest priority? Well, in the damn kingdom. The Emperor, this is control energy, father energy. It is our highest priority. Commander of intellections. Major Arcana, key 4. When the Emperor appears to you, your power of self-determination is being affirmed. You have the power to determine what is and what will be for yourself. Your task, define your destination, and then lead the charge. The Emperor appears when you are being called to direct and reign. Overcome your fears, because it is now time for you to conquer a new frontier. Yep. Highest priority, conquering that new frontier. You got your eyes on the prize. Keep them on the prize, okay? And then this is the angel card, a divine higher genius. Key 14. Major Arcana, yet again. This is where it gets better. Mutatis mutandis. The necessary changes have been made. When the angel appears to you, it is an omen that troubles are passing, pain subsiding, and you are growing closer to God. The angel is your patron deity. Genius in Greco-Roman lore is one's tutelary deity, or a guardian spirit that protects an individual person. It is your daemon from cradle to grave, the realization of your inner divine. Circumstances in your life path have converged, and a work of personal inspiration becomes your productivity. You realize your innate talents and bring into material being that which is extraordinary. Extraordinary or extraordinary. This is the primordial spirit of exceptionalism. Genius hits a target no one else can see. When the angel appears to you, take a moment to intuit the pulses of energy in the space around you. Can you feel the presence of the daemon? Do you know that you are watched over and looked after? Your angel is not at liberty to prevent every turn of suffering in your life, required to stand by and watch as you suffer the slings of your own fortunes, enduring the penance of your mistakes. Know that every time your angel is authorized to divert harm away, harm has been diverted. So, this is also the temperance energy, patience. So, going out, getting what you want, this new thing, using your high priestess energy, intuition, and your abilities. Many of you have multiple abilities and you can use them for financial gain. This is telling you to do that. Do that. And that you don't have to feel guilty about walking away from your missions. Because the mission has changed now. Other people are taking up that talisman, that gauntlet. And now it's time for you to reap the rewards and shine. Okay? What to be mindful of, prepare for, the convalescent, 4 swords, rest and relaxation, rejuvenation energy, resting after illness, possibly for some of you. 4 of Swords. The convalescent is the net loss after construction. This is the needed rest and restoration after enduring strife. The convalescent is the spirit of nursing you back to full health. So focus on your health as well is something you need to be mindful of, is what they're saying. Many of you, with this new change in direction that you're doing currently, it's easy to get lost because this Emperor energy, your drive is to succeed so much that it's hard to remember to go to the bathroom or eat or even drink water. I know, I'm doing it too. So we're all going through that together. You need to pay attention to your health as you're doing this, because you can heal yourself in many ways, not just physically, but mentally. And that's required during this time. Okay? So, yeah. This imagery is reminiscent of both Key 13, the Reaper, and Key 14, the Angel. And we do have the Angel, which that's temperance, or that's healing as well, right? The Angel, a subversion of the classical death and the maiden motif. The convalescent is the spirit of a transition phase. Yeah, we are going through one. And is present along your path when you experience affliction. This is a spirit to bring you rehabilitation after fighting battles. Fortune comes to you. Yes, fortune comes to you after you have taken the time to restore both inner and outer balance in your life. So focus on health. Don't forget about yourself as you're off on these new missions, because you've gotten some new directives and it's time to have some fun. You got a new mission, new directive. It's time to live it up big time. Yep. And create the world we want to see. Anything going out? Any messages for the collective going out on this reading? It's really a good reading. Okay. Morality. So, stick to your guns in these new endeavors, because your abilities are so strong that they could be used for darker purposes, and they're wanting to remind you to stick on the narrow path. Don't develop any karma based on what you're doing. And there's that integration energy of the yin-yang. Yeah, coming full circle. It's time for the Divine Feminine to really shine. Really shine. And I know the Emperor and this King usually are male, but trust, it's a female. She. So, girls and gals, it's time for you to step into your power, okay? And take care of yourself. Don't forget that. It's important. Because I know your drive right now, especially with Venus just skipping past Mars in Leo, all that fire energy, yeah, you're focused and loaded. So hang in there. Have a really grand couple of days here. I'll be back to do another reading in the next couple of days. And I'm going to try to keep up on these more with a better frequency as we're going in. There's been such huge changes with us as a couple, and what we're doing and when we're doing it and everything else, and that everything's been up in the air like crazy, insane, but it's getting better, and we have a target. We have our sights on particular things at the moment, so we're working on that. Anyway, I hope you have a fantastic Tuesday and Wednesday. Until next time, do take care.